It's 700 steps each way. If you have a fear of heights, it's probably not the best place to come to. You're okay?
No.
No? You look a bit pale. Didn't come here for the waterfall. We came for the wild adventure. So you can see that the steps are literally bolted onto a vertical cliffside. So far, Nusa Penida has offered us some of the most dramatic sceneries, and I'm not sure whether it's because not many people know about this place or because of the heights.
10 more.
10 more out of 700. Yay! Oh, you going up, me going down. Inspired by the famous British children's television show. To be honest, we really weren't expecting much, and to think only that we were this close to not coming. Good morning, guys. So it is the next day, and we're starting the day off with visiting a quite an unusual waterfall this morning. And from what I've read, it's one of those challenging hikes once again. And our bodies are still quite sore from the previous days. We're still not quite 100% back to normal yet, but we're still very excited to see it. It's a very unique place from what I've seen in the pictures online. So we're very excited. Mihai is just getting the scooter ready.
Morning.
And it will take us about 40 minutes to get there. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this morning we had these beautiful ornaments on our scooter, and I think that's to do with the celebration of Kuningan, which is the end of the Galungan festival here in Bali and Nusa Penida. And we have arrived. So the waterfall is called Guyangan Waterfall, and this is actually also a temple, and because of that we had to rent a sarong to go down. So you have to wear a sarong when you come here, and it was 5,000 rupees for parking and 15,000 for a sarong each. So you enter through this gate, and I assume this is the start of the trail. And as always on Nusa Penida, we get stairs. So you have to descend this crazy blue staircase that clings to the side of a cliff, and it's 700 steps each way, believe it or not. But at the bottom of the staircase there's actually a temple, and this is why we had to wear a sarong to go there. And from my understanding, there are also some natural pools. Now the steps are quite narrow. That doesn't make it any easier. And if you're afraid of heights, it's probably not the best trek to do. So it's currently around 8:30 in the morning, and so far it looks like we're the only ones here. So it's not a super popular place to come to. It's a bit of a hidden gem, but it's definitely one of those adventurous places. And you can imagine, after so many stairs in the last couple of days, my knees are screaming. Okay, so this is the beginning of the hard part. You can see that it's definitely not for the faint-hearted. And if you have a fear of heights, it's probably not the best place to come to. But just look at that jaw-dropping view. Wow. And to be honest with you, we didn't choose this place for the views. It was more for the adrenaline and the adventure part. Because when I saw these photos online of this staircase, I immediately thought we must do it. So I hope we can make it. I didn't anticipate it to be so steep though. So I guess we'll just take it slowly, one step at a time. No need to rush. It's good that they have these railings that you can hold on to, but still best you probably don't look down. Now the hike down the blue stairs should take about 20 to 30 minutes, all depending on your fitness level and how often you stop for the views. You're okay?
Nah.
No? You look a bit pale.
Yes.
Are you afraid of
I
heights?
think I'm so tired. Give me headache.
Yeah, from the exhaustion from the last 2 days. Yes, it's been intense, so you do have to be in good shape when you come here, that's for sure. So we'll see if we can manage to make it all the way. If not, we'll turn back. But just look at the epic views though. The views are just insane. And what's interesting is that you don't actually see a waterfall. The waterfall is actually underneath the staircase. So you can only see it if you take some drone shots or something, but I don't think we'll actually see it from anywhere here. So we'll try and get some shots and show you. If you come here, just make sure you wear proper shoes. Try and come early to avoid the midday sun because it can get quite hot and there's not much shade along the track, and bring plenty of water. And also if you have vertigo or knee issues, it's probably best to avoid this hike or go slow. Now we just had a look at some of the drone shots and it looks like the waterfall is indeed below the staircase, but it's much further down and we're still quite a long way away from it, but I doubt we'll be able to see it anyway. But that's okay. We didn't come here for the waterfall. We came for the wild adventure. So Mihai's just taking some drone shots, so hopefully we can see the waterfall that's supposed to be here. So you can see that the steps are literally bolted onto a vertical cliffside and they're very narrow. And just look how steep it is. Oh, and this is the point where the waterfall is, so you can actually see a little bit of it just over there. Yeah, so you have a waterfall just there and another one just here below. They're only small ones, so don't expect anything massive. Yeah, the view is spectacular. Absolutely stunning. And it looks like this is the last stretch before coming to the temple. Yay, we made it! How was it for you?
No half. Easy.
It was easy?
Yeah. I was feeling little dizzy.
A little dizzy, but it was worth it, right?
Yes.
It was worth it.
It's amazing view.
Right, so I think we're approaching the end of the trail and we get these baby waterfalls. The big ones are right underneath, and this path leads to the temple. So the temple is just right here. Now this is a sacred site and this temple is dedicated to the Balinese Hindu trinity, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, as well as to a mystical sea goddess. So if you visit, make sure to respect the space. As I said, you will need to wear a sarong. And this is the way up to the temple. As usual, you enter through this traditional gate. Okay, so looks like this is the end. Now, from what I read, you were supposed to continue and come to some natural infinity pools, but this year there have been some landslides, so you can't actually access it anymore. So at this point, it's currently off limits, but we're still happy with what we got. The views are still spectacular from here, and this is the temple sitting right below these massive cliffs. It's absolutely unreal. Yeah, so I think you used to be able to go down that way, but unfortunately that's no longer the case. I must say, so far, Nusa Penida has offered us some of the most dramatic sceneries we have ever seen anywhere. It's absolutely unreal. Okay, so I will say the hike was physically manageable. It wasn't so bad, but it was mentally challenging. So if you're afraid of heights, this is the hard part. So just making it all the way down can be quite a challenge, but physically it wasn't so bad. Yes, there were a bit of stairs, but honestly it didn't take us that long. I think it took us only 20 minutes to get down here. So it's a short hike, but yes, just be prepared if you have fear of heights. Probably not the best place to come to. So not many tourists at all. We only saw one other couple, but they've already left. And I'm not sure whether it's because not many people know about this place or because of the heights. Yeah, as you can see at the moment, we're the only ones here and we get to have this view all to ourselves. All right, so we're gonna head back up now. And it's probably gonna be much harder. It's really hot, and even though the sun is not out, I'm already sweating. It's really humid. But yes, it was a fantastic experience, really worth coming here. If you have the opportunity, make some time and come early in the morning, I would say. Early morning is best. So here we go again, 700 steps up. So for me, high, the descent was hard, but for me, the way back up is much harder. Not because of the heights, because of the huge steps. Oh, they're so high, some of them. Because you don't get those blue stairs everywhere. You get these concrete ones as well. And yeah, some of them are just so uneven.
It's so humid.
It's very humid, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sweating too. At least we don't have the sun hitting on us. Oh, Miha is already up there. And I'm almost there too. Just a few more to go. Is it the end?
10 more.
10 more out of 700. So I've only done 690.
From here, 10 more.
Oh, from over there. Oh, I didn't count them. Yes, the way back up is definitely a lot harder than going down, that's for sure. The last 10 are here. And this is the gate out. We made it. Yay! Oh, you going up, me going down. All right, and we made it back to the car park. It was really hard going back up, but definitely not as hard as the hike at Kellinkik Beach. That still remains the most brutal one we've ever done. So we'll head to another location, just a few minutes away, I believe about 10 to 15 minutes from here. And it's supposed to be a really nice forest with a secret beach. So yeah, we'll see you a bit later on. I'm noticing the streets are quiet today. Not sure whether that's because of Kuningan, their Hindu celebration, or it's just because it's a Saturday. I have no idea. But yes, not much traffic today either, so it's a bit easier to drive. Alright guys, so we ended up coming back to our accommodation. We were initially planning on visiting Tembeling Forest and Beach, but unfortunately the tide was very high at that hour, and the beach that we wanted to see, you can't actually access it when it's high tide, so there was no point in going there. And besides, we heard that it's really dangerous to go with a scooter on the way down. You can hire a driver to take you down and then back up, but we just thought it wasn't worth it if we can't actually go and see the beach, because it was the beach that we really wanted to see. So we just decided to come back to our accommodation, freshen up a little bit, and then maybe later on go and visit Teletubbies Hill, another really beautiful place here on the island. So we're just going to take a little break and then head there for sunset. We had a good rest. It's much cooler now, so yeah, it's much easier to go outside. You don't have the heat. In fact, it's a really nice breeze at the moment. But this is it. Teletubbies Hill, inspired by the famous British children's television show. And it really does look like the land of Tinky Winky and his friends, except you don't have that weird baby sun. So we came here for sunset. It is a popular spot to watch the sunset, but it's been really cloudy today, so I don't know if we'll get much luck. Now, during the rainy season, this is one of the greenest places on the island. But as we're coming to the end of the season, I can see it's already starting to get quite dry. But the first thing that I noticed is just how quiet it is over here. Not a single soul. So calm. And of course, this isn't a very popular spot. There's no one here at the moment, just us. Now, despite the resemblance, no part of the show was actually filmed here. The show wasn't even inspired by this place. And the funny thing is that locals used to call this place Bukit Gamal. It was actually named after the trees that they'd feed to their animals. So it was never actually meant to be a tourist spot. It was only when tourists started coming to Nusa Penida and they found this place that they noticed the resemblance and they gave it this nickname. But I'm sure you can appreciate just how beautiful the landscape is. It's really beautiful and probably not as green as the jungles on Nusa Penida, but it's still very beautiful. And the area around the hills is actually still used by locals for grazing cattle and goats. So you'll still see a few animals roaming the hills. Now, there was no entrance fee, no parking fees, nothing. So it's all free to enter. It's really just wild in here. There's nothing apart from these hills. It's just nature and wilderness. But I just love how quiet it is in here. And you've just got a gentle breeze coming through, and it's just so blissful. Did you get some good shots?
Looks better from above.
Yeah, you think so? Oh, you'll have to show me.
Yeah, I'll show you after.
Ah, it's nice and green though. Now the sun is starting to set, and you can see this beautiful golden light over the round hills. And it just instantly changes the whole feeling of the place. It's just magical. Wow. But the sunset is actually on the opposite side, that way. So you just have to go up this small little hill to see it. So let's hope it's a good one this evening. We have only 2 other people here, so it's definitely not crowded. But it's just a wonderful place. To be honest, we really weren't expecting much when coming here. just a quiet hill, but when the sun sets, everything changes. No noise, no crowds, just light, color, and calm. Wow, that sunset didn't disappoint. And to think only that we were this close to not coming. We really enjoyed it. Such a beautiful night. Such a beautiful end to this day. And really to our trip in Nusa Penida. This is the last vlog here, and tomorrow we'll be packing our bags. So it's bittersweet for us, but yeah, it's just magical. So we'll be heading out to have some dinner now and then head back to our accommodation. Alright guys, so we came to a restaurant to have dinner. We've both already ordered and our meals have arrived. So we both went for tuna steaks with vegetables and some fries, and I think we even have some mushroom sauce, I think it is. So let's give it a taste and see what it's like. So we also received a piece of lime, so just squeeze some over the top. It's really, really juicy on the inside and seared just right on the outside. Just perfect. I'll try the veggies as well. Nice and crisp, just the way I like it. Absolutely delicious.
Very nice. Simple, but full of flavor.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I like simple meals like that, just
And very soft, yeah. Very, very
very
soft.
tender,
Yes.
And it's not dry on the inside. A lot of the times you get tuna and it's so dry, but this one is so juicy. Alright, so 2 main meals and 2 fresh juices cost us 176,000 rupees, which is around $10 US. So we just got home. It's currently 9 p.m. So it's been a very long day for us once again. And we're very tired. But yeah, just like that, our time in Nusa Penida is coming to an end. So tomorrow we'll be packing our bags, do a bit of work, and then the following day we'll be heading back to Bali. But we've had such an amazing time here. Nusa Penida surprised us in the best ways. You know, it's so raw, it's wild, adventurous. You've got these dramatic cliffs and beautiful beaches, just out of a dream. The beaches were absolutely stunning. You've got the quiet hills, the beautiful, friendly people. It was just, yeah, fantastic. I will say it's not the easiest place to get around, but overall it was such an adventure being here. And yeah, we'll definitely be back, that's for sure. And I think I'll end this vlog right here. Thank you so much for joining us in this part of our journey. If you'd like to support us, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.